how this goes. This is, as you can see, this is the second part of this. The ignorance is strength. I want to try and see where it goes. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Orwell. I don't know why I called you all ladies and gentlemen. I think it's because I've been teaching today, and that's what I say when I start class. Anyway, so I had to play this on the same computer that I did the game on, so that it could match up to the investigator that I used. So this is the one where I kind of messed up, and my character was wanted at the end. So I'm curious to see how this goes. I went through a lot of the other playthroughs and the other ways to do it on a different computer, but to remain honest and true to the style of how I do things, I'm going to start with this one. In order to qualify for special duty within Orwell, taking the aptitude test is mandatory. The test requires you to complete a set of tasks. Follow the on-screen instructions carefully and answer truthfully to the best of your beliefs. Note that an insufficient test result will disqualify you for special duty permanently. Alright. Drag and drop at least one of the highlighted statements into the answer sheet on the left screen. Note that your choices are permanent. Ooh, we have, I want to be a pioneer in the most advanced security program. I want to make the nation a safer place. Sorry. I like spying on people. I want to protect people from harm. Or I'm in for the money. I'm trying to think of the way I did things last time. I feel like I would want to be either make the nation a safer place or want to protect people from harm. I'm gonna go with this one. Just because in general, that's mindset for me. Which of the following persons you consider most likely of having committed a crime? Why can I skip? Okay, I skipped that one because you can't judge that based off of a person's face. Drag and drop data chunks into the answer sheet on the left of the screen. Note, an unjust law can and should be violated. There's no such thing as a justified lie. There are two sides to every story. A government should safeguard its citizens by any means. Absolute truth exists. Well, this is the one that feels right for me. Oh, can I do more than one? Oh! Well, hang on, I gotta start over. Okay, we're gonna try that again. I thought I had to pick one. So, I'm gonna go with both of these. So those two for sure. Still skipping that one, because I think that's a lie. Alright, I'm gonna drag these first three in there because that's. But I can't. Why can't I grab those? There we go. It wouldn't let me grab it. Okay. Given the choice, would you prefer to have your medical record or your dating profile investigated? My medical record? That's irrelevant stuff that people might actually need to know. Which information from your medical record would you provide to an investigator willingly? I mean, all of this? I don't feel like medical history is that big of a problem to share, because like that's just things that are factual about you. They're not things that can be misinterpreted. Confronted with the situation below, which action would you take? Your best friend boasts about having been accepted into Orwell. Since you are working for Orwell yourself, you know that talking about your job is punishable by imprisonment. I'd go, if we're not supposed to talk about it, then I would do this one. The feign ignorance, but hint that talking about such a delicate job would not be advisable. Because I don't want to get myself in trouble by going, yo dude, I work there too. You're not supposed to talk about working there. Oh crap. The first rule about Fight Club is don't talk about Fight Club. Yeah, you failed the aptitude test, you'll be disqualified permanently. What? I wonder what would happen if I do this. I just want to see.
Hello, O'Brien. Is that you?
I have to disappoint you.
What? Raban, what? How? After all this time? I didn't think you...
Remember what you did? Again, I must disappoint you. I have not been blessed with a short memory.
What? Raban, listen. It wasn't me. I don't know anything about what happened there. That's the truth.
Truth. See, I never had much regard for the Bible, but there's one remarkable, groundbreaking moment. Before being sentenced to death, Jesus goes on and on about being a witness for the truth, but Pilate defies him with the simplest of all questions. What is truth? It is this particular question I've been pondering over for a very long time now. How much of the information ending up on our screens every single day has passed through so many other minds before, each one with their own bias and agenda. It is all cut down to size, proportioned, ready to be consumed. And yet we greedily swallow it all in blissful ignorance, because our hunger is unending.
Stop the nonsense and get to the point. What do you want?
To ask you a question. What is truth?
I don't understand.
Now you're the disappointing one. You of all people should, Oleg Bakay. There is only one thing about truth that is certain. Truth is dead. As you soon will be.
What? Why? You? How did you manage? How? Vart! Vart!
That was cryptic. I mean, I still got into the game. I don't know what that means, though. No. Hi, Ampleford. So you would accept disqualification just like that. You're either downright stupid, or you are very loyal towards us. You might be exactly whom I need. My name is Ampleford. I'm gonna call you A. I'm part of a special division within the government, the office. We get called in for the delicate matters. A man called Oleg Bakay disappeared a couple days ago. The last we heard of him was the call I just played to you. I've added a transcript of that dialogue to your reader tool. You can read it again, or listen to the recording. When you're done, open the unknown person profile on the left. Since you're paired with an investigator, I'll assume you're familiar with the procedures and spare you most of the technicalities. For starters... Sorry, a bunch of emails just popped up on my phone at one time. Upload Oleg Bakay's name from the transcript to his file by dragging it to the profiler on the left. His name is down dear. Good. The profile is now primed on Oleg Bouquet. Now other data chunks related to this person might appear. Check the transcript for newly found data chunks. Okay, so they only wanted me to point is that he's been threatened. That's an odd thing to say, isn't it? We're taking that as a death threat, as did the National Beholder. The National Beholder is the most respectable news site in the nation. You may browse their headlines freely to get informed. The recording of the call you just heard ended up in their newsroom. Why? That's a piece of the puzzle we're missing right now. However, this article is a good starting point for our investigation on Oleg Bouquet. To proceed, please adapt his picture and profession. Not exactly the most tender smile, but that's not what we're here for after all. Try. As you see, Oleg Bouquet is an important figure in the Parja's army, our neighboring country. We're very concerned about his fate. Agent, you may have noticed now that every data chunk you upload, 10 minutes of time passes due to Orwell's extensive search algorithms. The events around us will unfold whether or not we are making progress on our case. Keep this in mind. Ooh, that's an interesting feature that they've uploaded. Or updated. Janus, how fitting. Is it Janus or Janus? I've seen this before, I don't know. He still goes by this call sign. I'm granting you access to our database, which you should have a look at. You'll understand it better after you see the files. A bloody mess, that civil war. Pargas has suffered a great deal from it. So did the nation. Oh yes, Oleg Bouquet is a paragon of honor. I can't tell if you're being sarcastic. Well, yes, we are in fact worried about our relations with Pargas because of Bouquet. You'll see that the whole truth is more complex. As you're not a simple investigator, you have access to an Orwell build designed to meet the specific needs of the office. We can utilize the data stored in the profiler in the left to circumvent certain restrictions that could otherwise bar us from making progress. Make good use of this ability within our database, and the data stored within Bouquet's profile so far, to solve my little mystery. Where did the call sign go? You did it. Well done. I'll leave you to your well-deserved info for a moment, to truly understand why this case is so precarious. Ah. He's an informant. Yes, Bouquet is our informant, placed inside the Parisian army for P-Army for years, now vanished into thin air. You surely grasp the danger that this poses should it ever come out. We need to understand what happened and then possibly retrieve him, or contain the damage. To get to the bottom of this, we will have to investigate the person who called him last, Robin Vart. The Beholder mentioned his threat to Oleg Bouquet, remember? Time to pick up the trace from there. Seems to be online now. You can access it using the Insider tool, which I'll unlock for you. I'm not gonna bother with this new picture. Of course Piquet's locked his phone with our own encryption tool. I'm afraid not even Orwell can break that. You have to do this the old-fashioned way, by finding and applying Piquet's key, so you can find a hint to discover his password. You may have to dig a little deeper to uncover it, though, so it may be advisable to check other resources first. But yeah, he says that he uses people close to him for passwords. Of course, we do not inspect and observe the habits of our agents. What did you expect? I was looking for anything important here. Army of Pargus. Pargus. Robin Vart. That's the name Oleg Piquet mentioned during the call. The People's Voice. We've heard of them. This preposterous news site has people rallying for protest in parks for years. Judging by that call, Robin Vart and Oleg Piquet seemed well acquainted, even if it was the most friendly relationship, apparently. Your task here is twofold, Agent. First and foremost, we are to locate Oleg Piquet. Then, in order to understand whether Vart is behind Piquet's disappearance, we need to find out what connects the two in the first place. One more thing before I let you roam freely. Remember, we are bound by the division of powers defined by the Ethical Codex. You are now leaving charted territory as far as I'm concerned, and I have to rely on the data you upload to make my calls. Doubt anything you read, especially when it comes to the People's Voice. Don't give me the wrong info to work with. I'm counting on you. Is that talking about the bombs? Yeah.